Have you ever wondered why some people seem untouched by time? Their skin stays clear. Their energy feels calm yet alive. Their presence, quietly ageless. It's not about expensive products. It's not about perfect genes. The real secret? It lives much deeper. It's hidden in the way they think, in the habits they repeat every day, and in how they protect their mind and their peace. Today, we'll explore something surprising. The quiet world of Virgo. You might think Virgo is just another zodiac sign. But behind that name hides one of the most powerful youth-preserving energies in astrology. Virgo isn't loud. Virgo isn't flashy. But their body, their skin, their whole being, tells a story most people never notice. A story of silent discipline. Of emotional wisdom. Of deep, personal care that others overlook. In this video, I'll reveal why Virgo often looks younger and feels lighter than their real age. Not by luck. Not by chance. But by choice. What you're about to hear isn't just information. It's insight that could change how you care for yourself. So if you're ready to discover the hidden psychology, the daily habits, and the ancient wisdom behind Virgo's timeless glow, stay with me until the end. And if this topic already sparks your curiosity, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Because what you'll learn today may change your life. Have you ever watched someone brush their hair or sip tea and realize they do it with a kind of grace you can't explain? It's not about beauty in the usual sense. It's something deeper. Something quieter. That's how Virgo moves through life. Every small act becomes a form of care. A ritual of respect for themselves. And that's where their youth begins. Not in a product. Not in a routine they copy from social media. But in the way they view their body as something worth protecting. Every day. Without asking for attention. You see, Virgo doesn't see skincare as a special moment. It's not a treat for them. It's not a once-a-week routine with fancy music and candles. It's simply life. Like breathing. Like eating. They clean their face. They apply sunscreen. They hydrate. But more than that, they notice. They notice when their skin feels dry. When their body feels tired. And they respond. Quietly. Naturally. Without waiting for problems to explode. That small habit of noticing and adjusting creates something powerful over time. It's not magic. It's maintenance. It's emotional maturity expressed through physical care. And here's something most people miss. Virgo's obsession with cleanliness isn't just about looking tidy. It's psychological. For Virgo, purity equals safety. When their space is clean, when their body is fresh, they feel clear inside. Think about it. How do you feel when your room is messy? Heavy, right? Cluttered. Virgo knows that feeling. And they avoid it, not because they're obsessed with perfection, but because they know that inner chaos shows up on the outside. In their skin. Their mood. Their posture. So they wash their hair. They care for their nails. They change their bed sheets. Not to impress anyone, but to protect their inner peace. And over time, that peace becomes visible. It's what makes people say, "You look so fresh today," without knowing why. Food is another silent ritual Virgo uses to protect their glow. They're not the type to follow extreme diets or fasts they saw online. No. Virgo is practical. Grounded. They choose meals that make their body feel good, not just in the moment, but hours later. Fresh vegetables. Fruits. Clean proteins. Herbal teas. Simple meals. Balanced portions. They listen to their digestion the way some people listen to music. If something feels heavy, They adjust. If a meal gives them energy, they remember it. It's not control. It's care. And you can do that too. Next time you eat, ask yourself, not just, am I full, but how do I feel an hour later? Virgo does that naturally. That's why their skin looks calm. Why their energy stays steady. They're not chasing an image. They're feeding their body like they'd feed a loved one. With respect. But here's the habit people often underestimate. Sleep. For Virgo, rest is sacred. Not optional. Not something to sacrifice for another Netflix episode or late-night scroll. They understand something most of us forget: your body heals when you sleep. Your skin restores itself when you sleep. Your emotions stabilize when you sleep. Virgo doesn't negotiate with rest. They protect it. Their evenings are quiet. Their meals are early. Their screens are limited. Because they know that losing sleep isn't just about feeling tired. It's about accelerating the aging of your skin, your mind, and your spirit. Have you ever looked in the mirror after a sleepless night and thought, I look older today? Virgo avoids that feeling, not with concealer, but with discipline. Imagine going to bed not because you have to, but because you love yourself enough to give your body what it needs. That's Virgo. Their calm face, their smooth skin, their steady voice, it's not accidental. It's the reward their body gives them after years of consistent care. That's why they don't need to fake energy with caffeine. Their glow is real. Built slowly. Day after day. And this isn't out of reach. You can start protecting your sleep tonight. Like Virgo. Not as a task, but as an act of quiet self-respect. When you understand Virgo, you realize their youth isn't skin deep. It's a reflection of how they treat themselves when no one's watching. Their beauty doesn't scream. It whispers. Through the freshness of their skin, the clarity in their eyes, the peace in their presence. And that whisper starts from something simple. Daily acts of care that most people overlook. Small choices. Quiet disciplines. Silent respect for the body. The kind of self-love that doesn't post itself online, but radiates every time they enter a room. There's something else that keeps Virgo looking younger, something hidden in how they organize their world. For Virgo, order isn't just about keeping things neat. It's how they protect their mind from chaos. Think about how you feel when your desk is clear. Or when your schedule is simple. Virgo lives in that clarity every day. Their environment mirrors their inner world. When life is organized, stress stays small. And when stress stays small, aging slows down. They don't wait for life to overwhelm them. They plan meals before hunger turns to cravings. They prepare clothes the night before so mornings are peaceful. They solve little problems early to avoid big ones later. It might sound simple, but this quiet order is a shield. A shield against the chaos that wears most people down. Virgos age with grace, because they build a life where their body can relax. Their mind isn't fighting fires every day. Their nervous system finds peace in routine. And their skin, their voice, their energy all reflect that calm. Virgos don't just wake up and drift through life. They move with purpose. Every action ties back to something that matters to them. Have you ever felt stuck in a routine that felt meaningless? Virgo avoids that. Their small actions are driven by something bigger. Whether it's a career goal, a personal value, or even just the desire to improve themselves, they connect their habits to their heart. And when life has meaning, the body responds. Energy flows smoother. Eyes shine brighter. Even posture changes. People with purpose walk differently. They carry themselves with quiet confidence. Their glow isn't from makeup. It's from alignment. From knowing why they do what they do. That's why Virgo looks alive, even on an ordinary day. Purpose fuels them from the inside out. It becomes their invisible anti-aging serum. Not something they apply to their skin, but something they carry in their soul. Another thing that keeps Virgo young is their ability to prevent problems before they appear. Virgos don't wait for things to break before they fix them. If they feel tired, they rest. If their skin feels dry, they change their routine. If something feels wrong in their body, they act early. Prevention isn't glamorous. It's not dramatic. But it works. It's why their skin stays clear. Why their energy stays steady. Because they handle problems when they're small. This mindset of acting early creates long-term protection. While others ignore signs and hope for the best, Virgo listens. They trust their body. They trust their instincts. And they take action without waiting for a crisis. That quiet wisdom keeps them ahead. Keeps them glowing. Keeps them strong. You can do the same. Notice how you feel. Trust the signals. Don't wait to break down. Protect yourself early. That's Virgo's secret. And it's one anyone can learn. And maybe one of the most visible reasons Virgo stays youthful is their style. But not in the way you think. Virgos don't chase trends. They don't need to. Their style is simple. Clean. Calm. Their clothes aren't loud, but they fit well. Their colors are soft, but they look intentional. Have you ever seen someone in a plain outfit, yet they look stunning because everything feels balanced? That's Virgo. Their style reflects their inner peace. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're dressing for comfort. For harmony. For timelessness. And that's why they rarely look outdated. Their appearance doesn't scream for attention. It simply feels right. People might not even notice why Virgo looks fresh. But it's the simplicity. The elegance. The subtle confidence. No forced accessories. No chaotic patterns. Just clear, natural expression. It's not about standing out. It's about standing firm in who they are. That inner calm becomes outer beauty. A beauty that doesn't fade because it was never based on trends in the first place. When you look at Virgo's life, you start to see a pattern. Their youth doesn't come from any one secret. It's the way everything connects. Their mind. Their habits. Their space. Their emotions. Everything flows together. Quiet. Calm. Consistent. That's why they age slower. That's why their glow feels effortless. But there's more. Because in the next part of this journey, we'll uncover something deeper. The next ideas might surprise you, or even challenge what you believe about aging itself. Because Virgo's final truths aren't just practical, they're psychological. And what I'll share next might change the way you think about youth forever. What keeps Virgo young isn't just the routines you can see. It's the mindset they carry every day. Virgos have something many people forget to nourish: a balanced relationship with pleasure. They avoid extremes. They don't starve themselves. But they also don't overindulge. Whether it's food, shopping, or even social media. Virgo believes in moderation. It's not a rule they follow. It's an instinct. They know too much of anything drains both the body and the mind. Have you ever felt heavy after overeating? Or mentally tired after scrolling too long? Virgo pays attention to those feelings. And instead of ignoring them, they respond. Not by punishing themselves, but by stepping back, breathing, and choosing balance again. Over time, that habit protects their health, their skin, and their energy. Their digestion stays smooth. Their face stays clear. Their mood stays steady. It's not because they're strict. It's because they're smart. And you can learn from that. Don't wait until excess makes you feel unwell. Notice early. Choose balance, like Virgo. Your body will thank you for it. But there's something else most people miss about Virgo. It's how their mind works. They're thinkers. Deep ones. Their brain doesn't settle. It questions. It learns. It analyzes. And that mental sharpness doesn't just help them solve problems. It keeps them young. Think about people who feel old before their time. Often, it's not their body, it's their mind that's tired. Stuck. Closed off. Virgo avoids that. Curiosity is their habit. When they're interested in something, they dive deep. Whether it's health, psychology, or something simple like cooking, they let their mind stay active. And this mental activity feeds their spirit. It sharpens their words. It brightens their expression. People who think glow differently. Their face moves. Their eyes light up. Virgo has that energy because their mind is alive. And that mental aliveness protects them from emotional dullness, from routine fatigue, from stagnation. Keeping your mind young keeps your whole being young. And here's something many people underestimate: Virgo's reserved nature. Some might say they're shy. But look closer. Their quietness is not weakness. It's protection. While others overshare, overcommit, and exhaust their emotional energy, Virgo stays calm. They don't announce everything they're feeling. They don't react to every situation. This quiet self-control shields their nervous system from unnecessary stress. And that inner peace reflects outwardly. Have you ever seen someone who looks tired? Not because they worked hard, but because they carried too much emotional weight? Virgo rarely lets that happen. They choose their conversations. They protect their peace. And over time, their face, their voice, their whole presence carry that calm. It's not that they never feel stress. It's that they manage it silently, like a river running deep. And that emotional discipline keeps their youth intact. But one of Virgo's most beautiful habits is their connection to nature. They trust the earth. Not in a symbolic way, but in practical choices. The skincare products they use? Often plant-based. The teas they drink? Herbal. The materials they wear? Cotton. Linen. Things that breathe. Things that feel clean. Virgo doesn't chase chemical solutions. They believe in purity. And it shows. Their skin stays clear because they avoid toxins. Their digestion stays strong because their food is simple and natural. Even their home carries nature's presence. Plants. Soft lighting. Calm spaces. Why does this matter? Because nature calms not just the body, but the mind. Virgo's soul finds peace in simplicity. In wood instead of plastic. In fresh air instead of artificial scents. In soft fabrics instead of synthetic ones. Their surroundings support their calm. And when the body and mind are calm, aging slows down. Virgo isn't fighting time. They're working with nature. That connection, that trust, becomes their invisible secret. A secret that nourishes their beauty gently, softly, quietly. And maybe this is where the real lesson hides. Virgo's youth isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It whispers. Through the calm in their voice. The lightness in their step. The softness of their skin. They're not chasing beauty. They're protecting their peace. And that becomes beauty. But what if I told you, the final truths behind Virgo's timeless glow aren't about skincare, or even habits you can see? Because the last three secrets are deeper. Psychological. Even spiritual. They're not just actions. They're ways of thinking, and ways of being. Stay with me, because the last part of this journey might just change the way you see yourself, and your own youth, forever. Have you ever felt something was wrong in your body, but ignored it? A small pain. A dry patch of skin. A strange feeling you couldn't explain. Most people brush it aside. They tell themselves it's nothing. Virgo doesn't do that. Virgo listens. They notice every shift in their body. And more importantly, they respect it. They don't wait for small issues to become big problems. If something feels wrong, they adjust. If their skin feels different, they change their routine. If their energy drops, they rest. That habit of early attention protects their youth more than any expensive product ever could. Because their body isn't fighting damage that's been ignored for years. Virgo treats their body like a partner, not a machine. They respond to every signal, every whisper. That connection keeps them healthier, lighter, and clearer. And maybe that's a lesson for all of us. To pause. To notice. To care for ourselves before the crisis arrives. Perfectionism is often seen as a flaw. People say, "Don't be so hard on yourself. Stop chasing perfect." But for Virgo, perfectionism is different. It's not about chasing an impossible ideal. It's about respect. They hold themselves to high standards because they believe their body, their mind, their life deserve the best they can give. Virgo doesn't settle for what kind of works. They research. They improve. They optimize. And not for others. For themselves. Every product they choose, every routine they follow, every meal they prepare is a silent promise. A promise to honor their health, their skin, their well-being. This might look exhausting to others. But for Virgo, it's love in action. They're not punishing themselves. They're refining. Every day. Slowly. Carefully. And over time, this quiet perfectionism builds something powerful. Their appearance isn't sudden. It's consistent. Their skin doesn't glow because of a miracle product. It glows because of decades of attention. Their body doesn't stay young by accident. It stays young because Virgo never stopped caring. Another quiet habit that protects Virgo's youth is their discretion. They don't overshare. They don't expose their emotions to everyone. And that's not about secrecy. It's about protection. Virgo understands that not every thought needs to be said. Not every emotion needs to be performed. They guard their inner world, not because they're hiding, but because they value peace. Think about your own life. How often have you felt drained after explaining yourself too much? How many times have you felt regret after saying something in the heat of emotion? Virgo avoids that. They choose privacy as a way to stay centered. Their small, calm circle. Their quiet conversations. Their gentle handling of conflict. These things protect their mind from emotional storms. And when the mind stays calm, the body shows it. Less tension in the jaw. Fewer wrinkles from stress. Softer eyes. Smoother skin. Their calm isn't an accident. It's a choice. A daily, quiet choice to protect their energy from unnecessary noise. And perhaps one of Virgo's most underestimated habits is how they stay active. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Virgo doesn't like stagnation. They don't let themselves fall into lazy routines where life feels heavy. They're always in motion. Always engaging with something. Sometimes it's cleaning their space. Sometimes it's planning their next step. Sometimes it's learning a new skill. But every day, they move. Their body stretches. Their mind focuses. Their spirit flows. This steady activity keeps their metabolism awake. Their energy high. Their face fresh. Aging doesn't catch Virgo suddenly, because they've never truly stopped. They stay involved with life. They stay curious. They stay productive. And this isn't about being busy. It's about being connected. To themselves. To their world. To their purpose. And that connection fuels their youth more than any cream or treatment ever could. Maybe that's why Virgo's energy feels so different. It's not static. It's alive. Not rushed. But quietly, steadily, moving forward. And now, we reach the most personal part of Virgo's story. Because the final secrets aren't about habits you can copy. They're about emotional maturity, psychological clarity, and deep, personal choices that shape not just how Virgo looks, but how they live. What I'll share next might surprise you, or challenge what you believe about how people age. Because Virgo's last truths are the ones people often overlook. But they might just be the most powerful of all. Stay with me. There's one habit Virgo carries quietly, but it shapes their whole life. Their ability to say no. They don't accept every request. They don't carry every problem. They know their limits. And they protect them. Saying no is not easy. Especially in a world that rewards constant availability. But Virgo understands something simple, yet powerful. Every yes to others is a no to themselves. So they choose carefully. If something drains their energy, they say no. If a task doesn't align with their peace, they step back. And they don't apologize for it. Because Virgo knows, peace is precious. Their time is sacred. Their body and mind are not endless resources. This boundary is their secret protection. It gives them space to rest, time to care for themselves, energy to focus on what truly matters. And that respect shows in their face, in their body, in their calm. People often ask why Virgo doesn't look tired like others. The reason is simple. They don't carry what they don't need. They choose themselves again and again. And that choice keeps them young. But maybe Virgo's greatest secret isn't something they do. It's who they are inside. They are lifelong learners. People who never stop growing. They read. They explore. They question. Their mind stays open. Their curiosity stays alive. They don't assume they know everything. They evolve. And this inner hunger for knowledge, this quiet curiosity, is what keeps their spirit young. Because when you keep learning, you keep moving. Your mind stays flexible. Your heart stays light. Virgo doesn't fear change. They welcome it. They adapt. They update their habits. They improve themselves with each new lesson. And that growth, that flow, becomes their silent anti-aging formula. It's why their conversations feel fresh. Why their presence feels alive. Why their energy feels clean. They're not stuck in old patterns. They're not trapped in past versions of themselves. They grow. And growth is youth. Not in years, but in energy. In presence. In life. Maybe that's the real message Virgo offers us. That youth is not something we can buy. It's not a look we copy. It's not a treatment we chase. It's a choice. A mindset. A way of living that honors both body and soul. Virgo doesn't stay young by fighting time. They stay young by living well. So, what can we learn from Virgo? Take care of your body like it's something precious. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Keep your mind open like a beginner. And choose growth over stagnation every single day. Your glow will not come from outside. It will rise slowly, quietly, from within. And maybe that's what timeless beauty really means. If you saw yourself in this video, even just a little, if you felt inspired, or curious, or understood, don't forget to subscribe. Stay connected. Because there's so much more waiting for you in the next videos. And if someone you know needs to hear this, share it with them. Sometimes, the smallest message can change someone's life. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next story.